Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Valley of Spirits. I'm Jordan, one of your hosts who loves leveling and diving deep into the lore of World of Warcraft. And joining me is my partner in crime, the one, the only, the prick.
Hey everyone, it's Nick here, your go-to guy for all things raiding and dungeons. Whether it's tracking the latest heroics or reminiscing about the good old days of Azeroth, we've got it all covered.
We wanted to take a moment to introduce ourselves and let you know what this podcast is all about. Nick and I have been playing World of Warcraft for years, and our passion for the game has only grown stronger. We decided to start this podcast to share our experiences, insights, and of course, our opinions on the latest updates and hotfixes.
Absolutely, Jordan. We know that WoW is more than just a game for many of you. It's a community, a second home, and sometimes even a way of life. That's why we're here. To connect with fellow players, share our adventures, and to maybe even help you get the most out of your time in Azeroth. Jordan, would you like to start us off and tell us a bit about yourself?
Why, of course. I've been playing the game since November 2004, back when Vanilla first came out. My uncle got me into Warcraft 3 when I was really young, and then World of Warcraft was a natural successor. I've raid-led many groups over the years, from the more casual experience to the more intense progression guild. My favorite part of the game historically has always been raiding, but I have found myself playing every flavor and all kinds of content, from Plunderstorm to Mage Towers to Hardcore. But that's enough about me, Nick. What about you?
I started playing WoW with the release of the Lich King expansion. I ended up playing the game at a friend's house, and the World of Warcraft bug got me, so I ended up getting a subscription of my own. Within that time, I've led a few social guilds, their dungeon groups, and when Mythics hit the scene, I co-led those with the guild's main healer. Even though that guild doesn't exist anymore, I still talk and play with him occasionally. In recent time with Jordan, I've gotten more focused on the endgame content, specifically with raiding. We both have found ourselves playing all varieties of Warcraft, from retail to classic and hardcore. So, how did our love of Warcraft turn into a podcast, you may ask? Well, Jordan, would you care to share?
With all the WoW we've been playing, Nick proposed the idea of starting a podcast. And since then, we've been pretty much all in. It's great to share our enthusiasm for the game in a way that's beneficial for our audience. We want to ensure it's a welcoming place for both newbies and veterans, whether they're looking for tips on the next remix enemy grind, cataclysm loot, or just straight up how gems work, for example. Nick, just as important, when are we releasing these jam-packed episodes?
We will be releasing standard episodes each Tuesday at 8:30 a.m., containing that week's hotfixes, patches, news, and in-game events and holidays. The second half of our episode we have is called Tavern Talks, where we go off the script to provide our own opinions of all things Warcraft. In addition to our standard episodes, we'll be dropping the occasional lore episode to provide you, the adventurer, the details of the world of Azeroth. Jordan, where can listeners find us?
You can find these adventures just about anywhere right now. We are on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music and Podcasts, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and even more. Even in between episodes, we will be doing updates on our Facebook page, the Valley of Spirits Podcast, or on our Twitter X at VOS_pod. So that's a wrap for our introduction episode. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey as we dive deep into the world of Azeroth and beyond. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new adventurer, we hope our podcast will become a valuable resource and a fun companion on your gaming adventures.
Absolutely. We can't wait to bring you more episodes filled with tips, insights, and plenty of laughs. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify. Follow us on social media for all the latest updates. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Valley of Spirits.